All right, folks, topic for today, stop giving up. This is a this is a good one to talk about today because just about all of us are going through different things in life. Rather you're trying to achieve something or you are going through whatever trials or tribulations may be going on in your world, things you may be trying to get through, things you may be trying to accomplish, whatever it is. Simply hearing the word stop giving up, it sounds easy, and it's easy to say that, stop giving up, but it's a bit harder than it sounds. So we need some motivation sometimes to get through some things. So what I'm going to do right now, before we get into it, I'm going to read a poem. And this is a poem by Rudyard Kipling. And the title of the poem is called If. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired of waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it in one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve you long after they're gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the well which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Now, some of you that have joined certain organizations, those of you that have pledged fraternities and sororities, you may be very familiar with that poem. And for those of you who have never heard that before, that is a very, very powerful poem, and I encourage you to read it on your own. It's very inspiring and it's very true. Because sometimes going through certain things in order to attain a thing, to achieve a goal, in order to push through and make it through a certain situation, a certain trial, a certain trying time, it takes something in you that can see the situation, know how bad it is, know how rough it is, know how difficult it is, and go through it anyway. That's called bravery. That's called courage. And sometimes that's what you need in order to make it through. Now, I made a video saying stop giving up. And I made that video a while ago while I was sick. I was going through strep throat. Now, and before we go on, yes, ladies, okay, you got it. It's true. men turn into babies when we get sick. Okay, I got it. There may be some truth to that, maybe. But while I was going through that, I was going to do what you're supposed to do, which is rest and recover, take a break, relax from everything, and get better. But I also knew that, especially now, um, and I don't know, when it is that you're watching this video, but right now, as this video is being made, Style by Mr. Reed is still in its infancy. Style by Mr. Reed is still growing, still in the beginning stages. So there are a lot of things you got to go through, a lot of growing pains, like any business owner, any entrepreneur has to go through. And I couldn't just let a temporary illness get in the way. Sometimes obstacles are there to make you relax. Sometimes obstacles are there to enlighten you to things that you weren't paying attention to. Sometimes obstacles are there to bring to your attention something that you need to address. Sometimes obstacles are there to remind you of the strength that you have in you to keep going. And that strength may be necessary for you to get to that next level. So that was a bit of a obstacle for me. And I chose to make the video while I was going through that because sometimes just hearing "don't give up," sometimes just hearing these things, yeah, it sounds nice, but when you actually see somebody going through something and not giving up, that kind of brings things to a different type of understanding in your brain, in your mind, and seeing that, okay, that person is going through something, but they're not giving up. They're still going. Sometimes that may be the motivating thing for you to say, all right, they won't give up on their thing. I'm not going to give up on my thing either. So that's why I made that video. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. Going through certain things to try to attain a certain goal, attain an aspiration, um, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. They say, easy come, easy go. Now, for sometimes that does apply, but that's not always the case. When it comes to going through difficult things, yes, there are some times where you have to really look at the grand scheme of things and really do some pros and cons and really weigh out whether or not going through this thing is really going to be beneficial to you or not. For those are the things, for those things that are actually worth it, you have to find it within yourself to keep going, keep fighting through, even though there may be a painful thing you have to deal with. There may be a harmful thing that you may have to deal with. There may be a scary thing you have to deal with. But coming out on the other end with the victory is worth it. It's 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 worth it. If you need someone to tell you it's worth it, I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. 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 Now, pushing through means going for yours, going for something that's yours. If it's yours to get, go get it. Go get it. Despite what someone would say against it, oh man, don't do that. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. What makes you think you can do this? What makes you think you can do that? How come you think you're good enough for this, that, all these things? There are so many naysayers about what it is that you're trying to achieve. And this is why you need to be cautious of who you tell your dreams to, your hopes, your aspirations, your goals. Because everybody doesn't want what's best for you. Some people are just going to be low tier, and they're determined to be low tier. And if you try to bring your high tier, your high goal, your high desire to them, the only thing they're going to want to do is try to tear that thing down, down to their level so that it's nothing and tear you down in the process. So be careful who you talk to about your goals, your aspirations, and things like that. Go against odds. Go against the odds. If it's something that's for you, something for you to get, go against the odds. Yes, the odds are against you. So what? So what? Go for it anyway. Go through it anyway. Oh man, this thing isn't set up for your favor. That thing isn't set up for you. This thing is against you. That thing is against you. So what? Go for it. Some of the best things in life were the things that someone went for despite all odds, despite naysayers, despite enemies. And trust me, if you are going for something that is really worth it, you're going to have enemies. Whether those enemies make themselves obvious to you or they cloak themselves as friends or well wishers. There are so many people that smile in your face, and all the time they either want to take your place or they just hate the place that you're going. So, yeah, surprise, surprise, you have enemies. If you're trying to do something good, if you're trying to do something productive, if you're trying to do something uplifting, you're going to have enemies, things and people that are against what you're trying to do. And that's a good indicator that you're on the right path, that you have enemies, that you have naysayers, that you have people that don't really want to see you do that thing, don't want to see you make that thing happen. The fact that there are odds against you means that you're on a good path. Sometimes you may even have to go against yourself because yourself wants homeostasis. And sometimes your homeostasis may be a low tier lifestyle, low level thinking, low level doing, low level of just existing. And you may have to change your homeostasis, change the things that makes things regular for you. And that takes a lot. So sometimes you may have to go against yourself. Do it. Do it. The graveyard. The graveyard is the richest place on earth. Did you know that? The graveyard is the richest place on earth because buried into that dirt are so many hopes, so many dreams, so many aspirations, so many business ideas, so many things that could have been prosperous. But instead of letting it flourish, instead of putting it out there, instead of giving it a try, so many people took all these hopes, these aspirations, these dreams, all these things, just took it to the grave rather than procrastination or just being afraid to get out there, being afraid to try, or being nervous about, oh man, do I really deserve to get this type of prosperity, get this type of good living that could happen if I made this thing happen, if I made that thing happen, or what are the people around me going to say? Are they going to ridicule me? What about my family? Are they going to look at me and say, "Oh, you can't do that"? What about the people that are supposed to be my friends or my associates? Are they going to laugh at me? You know the funny thing I've heard thus far in the development of this style by Mr. Reed thing. One of the things that I've seen on the internet as well as heard from people is that some of your biggest supporters are going to be strangers. Some of your biggest supporters are going to be strangers, and some of your biggest haters are going to be people close to you. So, don't give up. Don't take your hopes, dreams, aspirations, your goals, don't take these things to the grave. Don't do that. When it's your time to check out of here, um, someone said a while ago, I remember I laughed about it, but the more I think about it, the more it's true. You don't want to go down into the ground with your body just, untouched. Everything is just in pristine condition. Um, I remember an old man said this. Um, when they put me in the ground, I want to be run hard and put away with. I want them to be like, man, you really use this body, huh? And that's the idea. You need to make sure you live life to the absolute fullest every single day. And sometimes that means not giving up on certain dreams that you have, certain aspirations that you have. And sometimes that means going through things. Be willing to go through things. Don't be afraid. There are so many people before you that went through way worse and came out on top. And there's going to be so many people after you that are going to go through that thing and come out on top. So why not you? Why not you? You can go through it. You can make it through. You can do it. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. The idea, and I don't remember where I heard this from, but I think it's something like, when you in the ocean and you're swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming, and you you got your head down in the water and you're just going for it, swimming and swimming and swimming. You don't know when the end is in sight, where the land is. But if you look up and realize, oh shoot, I've been working hard this whole time. Look how close I am. I better not give up now. Don't give up. There are so many people that have, in that little scenario, have gotten close to shore and gotten too tired and just gave up and let the waves just carry them right back out to sea after all that work. Don't be that. Keep going. Keep going. If you got to hurt yourself in the process, do it. Do it. You can recover once you get to the land. Don't give up. Don't give up. There are people that are rooting for you. There are family members that are cheering for you. There are strangers that need to see that something can be done. And out of all the people in the world, they're looking at you. They're looking at you. And if they see that you don't give up, they see that you made it through, and they see that you stuck with it, and you made that thing happen despite all odds, despite the naysayers, despite the enemies, and despite the self-inhibitions, they will say, man, that person really made it through. I could do it too. So there are people waiting for you to make it so that they can have the inspiration to make it as well. There are descendants, generations from now, that are waiting for you to make your family name great. There are kids of yours, grandkids of yours, great grandkids of yours that are waiting for you right now to go ahead and push through and get that thing happening so that they can be able to brag on old great grandpa so and so or great grandma such and such in my line, my family lineage. She didn't give up. She really pushed forward and she made that thing happen. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how great grandpa such and such did it back in the day, but he did it. He really pushed through and he made it happen. Oh, great grandma such and such, and oh, great grandpa such and such, that's you right now. That's you right now. And you have to make sure that you push through so that your descendants can have that story to tell, can have that reason to brag on your bloodline, and that reason to brag on your namesake. So, don't give up. Stop giving up. Stop getting weak. Stop getting too tired. You can't get too tired. Even when you think you have nothing left, you still got so much more in the tank. And really, it's your body's defense mechanism. It's your body's fail-safe mechanism that kicks in and keeps you from hurting yourself. Much like a vehicle, there's a certain RPM that your car's computer is not going to let you get past. It's not going to let you get to a certain point. And that's to keep things from getting destroyed. You have something in you like that. What you have to do sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you have to realize that that's there and be able to push through that. push through that so that that dream life that you keep thinking about and daydreaming about doesn't just live in daydream land. It's something that you can bring to reality. And one of the ways that you can bring this into reality is first understanding that it starts up here. Everything starts up here. There's a big old building that started up here. There's a big old bridge that started up here. There's wonderful vehicles on the road that started up here. There are so many wonderful inventions, so many things, so many entities, so many groups, organizations, so many wonderful things that exist today. And they all started up here. So, stop giving up because your breakthrough, your thing, that one last get at it, that one last little push could be the push that gets you where you've been trying to go this whole time. Now, doing this all on your own takes a lot. It takes a lot of strength, mental strength to do this. But it gets easier when you have someone in your corner, someone that's pushing you along, someone that keeps pushing you even when you don't want to push yourself. Someone that knows that you have more in the tank when you're just convinced that there's nothing left. Someone that can say, oh man, look, you're close. You're close. You're right there. You're right there. Don't give up. Keep going. It gets easy when you have someone in your corner that's pushing you forward and cheering you on, making you believe in yourself. Because you're right there. You're almost there. You don't have to go through this alone. You can have that help in your corner. If you can't find it from your friends, family members, whoever, you can find it here from Style by Mr. Reed. And that's why I'm here. That's why this is here. That's why this video is being made. That's the purpose of this entire Style by Mr. Reed thing, is to help you get from where you are to where you want to be, to get you to the best you that you can be. And I'm simply going to be your mirror check before you hit that front door and achieve that thing and make it through that troubling thing, that trial, that tribulation. Achieve that goal, attain that life, whatever it is. So, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Reach out, info@stylebymrreed.com. Reach out to me. Let's get started on your journey. Let's get started on your path to better. So, I really like this video. I really like this topic. I thank you guys for listening. Thank you for lending me your ear. Reach out to me when you're ready to get to that next level, when you're ready to push through and ready to make the absolute best out of this thing called life. So, thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.